MTC artists, and welcome back to Art Outside the Classroom. My name is Jenna Miller and I'm your art instructor, and actually today we are inside the classroom. With so much going on, I know that you guys are limited in staying at home, which you are safer there, I assure you. However, it's really important to be able to take all of the knowledge that we've learned inside this art studio and translate that into your real everyday lives. It's important for our mental health to stay curious and to stay engaged in our community, and that is a great way, and it's a great way to do it through art. So today we're going to be talking about the elements of design. The elements of design, also called the elements of art, are a great way to start building your vocabulary of how to talk about art and design. As you can see, we have a list here and there are several elements to art. These are the building blocks. This is something you can take and look at any painting and start picking apart these components. The components are line, shape, color, value, form, texture, and space. Now we'll get into all of these eventually, and there's so much information online about these as well. I'll actually start linking you to different videos that I enjoy and think break this down very simply. But today we'll just be talking about one. We'll be talking about line. So what is a line? Artist Paul Klee said, "A line is a dot that went for a walk." And what does that mean exactly anyway? I'll show you. Think about it. A line is a dot that went for a walk. A line shows movement. Imagine you are that dot and you are walking. You can walk in a straight line. You could walk in a wavy line. You could walk in a zigzag line. A line, again, is a perfect way to show movement, to show a journey, and to take your eye from one place to another. So knowing that lines are a way to represent movement, we know that there can be so many different types, infinite types of lines and combinations. But think about what a line can tell us. Maybe a smooth, curvy line reminds us of the beach, of waves of water moving back and forth. That is calming. Those lines especially are horizontal, meaning they go from side to side and not up and down. They remind us of looking out on a landscape, at a horizon, at a sunset, with a nice, long, curved, smooth line. Other types of lines could be jagged lines, sharp and pointy. These have cuts in them. They make you feel like you're strong, with energy, like a mountaintop, right? Another type of line could be vertical lines, up and down, like in buildings. Those lines also represent strength, but represent math almost, like construction and building, like I said, very construction based. They are not organic and they are not as calming as those smooth, calm, gently curving waves. So now we can start to talk about how to put all of this information together in order to analyze and read a piece of art. This is a woodcut print by Japanese artist Hakusai. It's called The Great Wave. Look at this piece of art and tell me how it makes you feel. I feel a gentle, not even a gentle, a swelling. Those curved lines I was talking about are definitely in this art piece. And yes, there is a wave here. You can see it, it's building. There's this line that comes up really sharp and it makes me think in my mind that something's about to happen. What is about to happen? This wave is about to come crashing down. But that's not very calm. I told you, curved lines represent calm for the most part. Let's take a look up here. hopefully you guys can see it pretty well, but at the top of this long, swooping, calm wave are all these little tight, jagged lines. That gives me a sense of anxiety, something that's about to happen, something that's powerful, as I had mentioned, like those mountains. Something's about to happen, I can just tell, right? That's just what these lines are telling me though. This is obviously just a scene and just made up of these lines that Hakusai cut into wood and then printed. This is the power of lines, what it can make you feel, and how the lines create rhythm that tell you what's about to happen. Let's take a look at another example. This print is by artist Henry Moore. If you can see, it's a picture of two sheep. Henry Moore actually went out into his fields and did drawings of his sheep to relax him. Even though these lines are kind of chaotic, they're not ordered and they're very scribbly, I get a sense of calm when I look at this piece of art. What do you think? Notice how the mark is the same everywhere in the frame, except for this tightly rendered, tightly drawn sheep head right here. As you can see, the sheep head is the emphasis, the focal point of the painting. It's where your eye goes to first. However, you are kind of lulled and made sleepy by these all over marks. I can tell that Henry Moore spent a lot of time on this piece, even if it's just random scribbly marks. He has to build, and he gets his thin lines to build so much that it creates the darks of the bottom and the belly of the sheep. Even though these lines are scribbly and jagged, I get a sense of calm because they're all over. They lull me into a rhythm, kind of like Hakusai's wave did. But remember, in Hakusai's way, that rhythm was broken with those sweeps of the waves, those curved lines versus those jagged lines. This is all over jagged. Pretty cool, right? Our last example for today is by artist Jean-Michel Basquiat. This is a painting that Basquiat did. I want you to look at the lines in Basquiat's painting now. Tell me what you think about it. So when I look at this painting, I feel kind of conflicted. I don't know if I'm happy or if I'm sad. I think I'm mostly a little bit scared, maybe a little bit frazzled. There's a lot going on in this art piece. From those bold colors to those thick lines, they almost look very childish in nature, very authentic. I can see people, I can see pagodas, this building down here. So I'm getting all types of lines from curved to jagged to, you know, a little bit dotted and a broken line. I don't really know if my brain can make sense of that. But get this, that's exactly what Jean-Michel Basquiat wanted you to feel. He wants you to feel this sense of conflict, the sense that a lot is going on. He's packing this image full of as much as he can. It's visually confusing because that's what he wants it to be. He wants your brain to fight for attention. What would you say the focal point of this art piece is? What is the first thing your eyes go to? I say this face for me. And this face kind of looks like it's in pain, kind of looks like it's scared. Maybe he's screaming, maybe he's shouting for joy. His arms are up. It could mean anything, right? These lines could mean anything, but the sense that there's so much up in the air is exactly what Jean-Michel Basquiat wanted you to experience when you're looking at this. So that's it for today on the elements of art, in particular, the element of line. As you can see, we kind of learned about how line makes us think in a piece of art and how it makes us feel. We talked about curved lines and jagged lines and straight lines and what those all mean to our brain. I think about those wavy, gentle lines as calming, those sharp, pointy lines as powerful and almost anxiety-inducing. The straight lines give me structure, give me stability. Look around your house or on the internet or in a magazine, wherever you can, for different examples of these types of lines. I want you to take note about how artists use line to show us what they mean, to show us where to look, and to show us how to feel. This is going to be a great step in learning how to talk about your own art and learning how to talk about so many things in our life that are influenced by art. Art does not have to stay in the classroom. Actually, art is so much better when you bring it outside the classroom. But we're going to get more into different techniques to do that really soon. But in the meantime, I hope you guys stay safe and healthy. We miss you so much here. There's a lot going on. Hold on to every bit of happiness and health that you can. Really, just keep developing it, keep working on it. We're gonna make it through all this together. Bye guys, it means so much that you tuned in with me today. I'll see you soon.